Guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a really nice tutorial based on products from the dollar store. First of all, we're going to be using our coverall foundation. This is the brand from Wet n Wild in Fair Light 816. We're also going to be using our blush. This is Marvelous in the brand Color Mates. We also have some lashes that are the Diva 976 lashes. Our powder, which is the Nude LA Color brand. Then we also have a little mini palette. This is the Lotus by LA Colors. Next we have the LA Colors palette. This is the Trendy Mini palette. And then we are also going to be using these cosmetic brushes. These are really small. They're a 3-piece brush set. We're also going to be using the Wet n Wild mascara Mega Wear in black. And I also have here some lipsticks that I'm still undecided the look that I'm gonna do. So I have several lipsticks here. One is the pink and the other one's the red. And also I'm gonna be using this LA Color concealer. I know this is not from the dollar store, but this is gonna help our eyeshadow look really pigmented. And we also are gonna be using our Sassy eyelash glue. And last but not least, we're going to be getting some water, a little bit of water, and I'll tell you a little bit what are we going to use that water for. Okay guys, so I'm going to pour a little bit of that water in an empty container, and I'm going to go ahead and get one of my smallest brush that comes in the little cosmetic brush set. So it's the smallest one, and I'm going to be doing my eyebrows with that brush, and also with the eyeshadow nude palette. I'm going to be getting the darkest one, which is the one on the right lower corner. So once I dipped my brush into the water, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of that nude color, some of that brown, and just do my eyebrows. And the reason why I use water with it is because I want to make it darker. So if I would just use it straight out from the palette, then it wouldn't be as dark as it is with the water, if that makes any sense. So now I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer Flat White Corrector. Like I said, this is not from the dollar store, but I got this like for $3 at Ulta. So it's really worth it, and you just need a little bit. Okay, so now comes the fun part. We're going to be doing our eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the eyeshadow nude palette, and I'm going to be using the same color that I got for my eyebrows, which is the one on the lower right side. And I'm going to go ahead and use that sponge that comes with the palette, the sponge brush, slowly building it up in light tapping motions on the outer corner of my eye. Okay, so once I'm done with that brown color, I'm going to go ahead and get my Lotus palette, and I'm going to get the greenish color that's right on the corner. Using that brush that comes with that palette, it's the same brush as the other one, but it comes with a different palette. So I'm going to be putting that green color on the inner corner of my eyelid. Okay, so now I'm going to be putting the blue color that's right next to the green, and I'm going to be putting that color on the middle of my crease. Little slightly tapping motions. We don't want to take a lot of the product out, remember? So now I'm going to go ahead and get one of the brushes from the cosmetic set, and this is going to be the medium sized brush. And I'm going to be using that brush to go ahead and get that color, the lightest color from the Eyeshadow Nude palette. It's the one on the upper left hand corner. And I'm going to be using that color to go ahead and blend some of that harsh line that stayed after all my pigments. Once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the first color that I had, the brown, and I'm going to go ahead and put some of that color on the outer corner of my eyelids just to go ahead and build that color slowly again, since it got lost with all of the colors that I put after that. So I'm going to go ahead and try to blend that color again once more. It's really hard to work with these types of brushes. They're really rough, so I'm trying my best here just to make the best work that I can and just slowly start to fade it out. So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and get some of that gold color from the Lotus palette, and I'm going to go ahead and try to pack that on my eyelid. And like I said, these brushes are not the best. They're really bad actually. So instead of the brush, I'm going to go ahead and use my fingers to pack that color in. And don't worry, my hands are clean and I'm the only one using this makeup, so it's totally fine. Okay, so for the lower lids, I'm going to be using a mix of the blue and the greenish tone from the Lotus palette. And I'm going to be using that brush once again, the thinnest brush. And I'm also going to be using that brown from the Eyeshadow Nude palette on the outer corner of my lower lids, just to make it more even of a tone. So I know I didn't mention it, but I also got the LA Colors Auto Eyeliner in black, and I'm going to be go ahead and using this as my eyeliner for both the top and bottom section of my eye. Just start to build it up like little by little as well, because this is not as pigmented either. So little by little. Next, I'm going to be using my CoverAll cream foundation. Let me tell you a little bit about this foundation. This is one of the best foundations I've ever used. I used to buy it at Dollar General and it got discontinued. So I recently found it out that Dollar Tree had it, so I bought like 4 little foundations of these, and these are really the bomb. They do cover a lot of blemishes and it's really full cover foundation. So I really like to recommend it. And I'm gonna be using that brush from that cosmetic brush set, and oh my god, it was really rough, but it really blended really nicely. So you do have to work fast with this foundation because it does dry pretty fast. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and get that pressed powder, and I'm going to be packing it on my T-zone because my face is super oily. So I'm going to go ahead and pack that in. And let me tell you guys, I got really surprised because this is actually a really good powder combination with the foundation. It's really mattifying and my skin just became poreless. I was really surprised that it actually worked really good. get that blush out, and this is the Marvelous Color Mates blush, and I'm going to be using that brush that comes with it, and already I know that it's going to be a really bad brush to work with, so I'm going to go ahead and try just to blend it out as much as I can with that little tiny horrible brush. Now I'm going to be taking out my mascara, and I'm going to be putting some of that on my lower and upper eyelashes. And let me tell you that I got a little bit of a surprise because I got a really bad mascara, and I thought this was going to be a really good one because the Wet n Wild, they're usually pretty good, but this one in particular was pretty dried, and I just had to work with what I had. Okay, so we're almost done. We're going to be putting on our dramatic lash, and these are the Diva 976 lashes, and I'm going to be putting them with the Sassy Eyelash Clear Glue, and these are actually pretty good. I thought they were going to be really bad, but they actually turned out pretty good. They're just a little bit hard to work with, but nothing that you won't manage. And just to blend my eyelashes, I'm going to go ahead and put some of that eyeliner on the inner corner of my eye. Hey guys, so I know I'm showing you here my lipsticks that I was going to use, but I noticed they didn't go whatsoever with my eyeshadow, so I decided to make my own with a clear gloss that I had and with my blush that I used previously. I just mixed those two together little by little, and with a little spongy I go ahead and mix that and just put it on my lips, and it had like this matte effect. Pretty awesome. Okay, so now we're done. We just finished this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did find it useful, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And these are my end results. Bye. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.